Assalamualaikum. Welcome to LEPAK at Copaque with myself, Sarimah, Ibrahim, and my very two fantastically creative, higher creatives. Gitu dia punya introduction. None other than Haji Burhanuddin Radzi, of course, the man, the voice, the face, tok dalang, the personality. Dia kadang-kadang garang tau. Kadang-kadang nak jumpa dia pun tapi sebenarnya sangat baik orangnya. And of course, I'm here with Mr. Alex Fernandez from Streamline. And we met them earlier in the earlier part one of this podcast. But we're going to continue talking about Upin Ipin universe. What is it all about? Tell us a bit about the platforms, Alex. Where is it available? First up, people are asking this question. Kat mana ni? Mana nak dapatkan Upin Ipin universe?
Yeah, so you're going to be able to buy it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PC Steam, PC Epic Game Store.
Why is it 4 and 5? Why PlayStation 4 and 5?
So the thing is, like, PlayStation 4 is one of the greatest selling consoles ever. And a lot of people bought PlayStation 4. And so that expands its footprint around the world. I mean, you're talking about over 100 million units just on PS4.
Yeah.
And so by doing PS4 and PS5, we hit the largest amount of available units. In total, when you combine it, it's going to be available on over 200 million platforms. 200 million installed unit platforms.
Million?
Yes.
Units.
Yeah.
When we assigned Streamline to develop this game, we assigned them to do on PS4.
Yeah.
Right. And then what happened? It's so good that
PS5
you just said that's
out.
it. Yeah, I mean, but it is that's where it needs to be.
Yeah, it's where it needs to be. But it's also something that as we started developing the product, we really, we fell in love with the game. We fell in love working with LCP. We loved what we were creating. And there was a moment in time where we're like, you know what, this needs to go onto as many platforms as possible. So PS5 came up. And then, of course, going onto PC Steam, PC Epic Game Store.
Are they launching at the same time, Alex and Haji? Is it going to be on the PC Steam
it all
at
comes
the
out
same
at the same
time?
time, all at once.
Okay, and Nintendo, everything, all at once.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's a big deal, by the way, as well, because it's hard to launch one platform, let alone 5.
How did you manage to do that? How did you... okay, so tell...
Yeah,
that's where I want to get.
Yeah.
So, Haji said to me off camera tadi, dia ada cerita. Dia kata, this is something momentous for yourself.
Yeah.
Because prior to this, Alex, you've been involved in the creation and development of games for other people, other parties. But this time, ini dia macam invested himself. This is part of you now. You've done this, and I think it's got, from the way you've been talking today, I can see that it really resonates with you emotionally, and that you really believe in this.
Yeah, 100%. I think one of the major things that to kind of break it down is that when our company came here, when my founders and I came here in 2009, and then we opened up shop in 2010, we came with the dream of being able to sit down and actually make IPs and work with creative people. And so when we got here, we found a lot of raw talent. We found a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of happiness, a lot of capability. And then over the past 14 years, we've developed and grown not only as individuals, but as people. And being able to watch all of the things that have happened on the animation side with what Copaque was doing, their IP creation, what we have done with our studio, it felt like all of those investments across the board came together at this moment in time to basically say, hey, you know what? Not only is the country at that level, the animation, the IP, Copaque, it's like, it's global now.
Yeah.
And that's why for me, it was like, as a foreigner coming here, I'm like, my entire existence and what we have built for is now here because of what we were able to achieve and what we've been able to be a part of.
And because of what you believe in.
100%.
So Haji, dia sebagai orang, bukan nak kata orang luar sebab sekarang dia menetap kat Malaysia, tapi pastinya Haji, kepercayaan pada your belief in Mr. Alex and his team is obviously very high. To trust them with this. This is taking it to another level. Tak ada IP lain kat Malaysia yang masuk transmedia punya level ni.
It's not we trust or what. When it's ready, then Streamline said they are offering.
How do you know when it's ready, Haji? Anything
we
from the beginning until
because when we assigned them to do, there's a milestone that they have to achieve to make it workable. So they bring it here. We tested it. It's very nice. And then later they came to us, say they upgraded to PS5.
Oof.
So when they upgraded to PS5, we know they believe that this game is something worthwhile for them to get interested to upgrade into PS5. And then they offer us as a partner in marketing.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, that's the next level.
That's the next level.
Yeah,
That's
I told them,
unheard of
yes.
here.
They are the one who have the know-how how to reach the global market.
No pressure, yeah, Alex.
No, but
I mean,
you know, so look, so I really got to stress this is that as an entrepreneur and as someone who built a business from scratch, you always dream of working with other entrepreneurs. It's very hard to work with corporate when they don't have the same skin in the game. So when you meet someone like Haji and Copaque and you realize that everything they've built and achieved is their own, you obviously want to be a part of that. You also understand that at that level, you can create something new. You're not going to do that with a corporation. It's just never going to happen because it's not the same.
They don't take that risk either,
well,
do they?
They don't. And so, you know, I think this is something where, you know, our ability to identify with our counterparts is extremely important. And that's where you see the love and the passion and the care in the product, because that's what's coming out from everyone who works on it, because you know the people and you see them. Like I come across the street over here.
Yeah.
Come and visit.
Yeah.
You see that. And I just think that that's extremely important that, especially in a creative project, you have to care. If you don't have that, you see it, you feel it 100%.
In life.
100%.
I remember, Haji, you said in one of the discussions that you like, if you're not serious about something and you don't care enough about it, don't do it.
Yeah.
And you obviously care about this. Look at the journey that you've taken from Haja. I mean, and you mentioned to me off camera earlier, some of the staff are with you for the last 10 years.
More than that.
More than that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something.
Yeah, basically, most of them, they grow with the company.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not from animation
Yeah.
or creative people. I'm oil and gas.
Yes.
When I started, everybody laughed at me, especially my friend who are in the oil and gas.
Now
But when
who's
we
laughing?
did it,
No, I know, right?
when the oil business went down, 98, all that, they say, I've done the right thing to move to a different thing.
Haji, do you work on instinct or do you work on, because being an engineer and having that background, it's very practical minded, mathematical, scientific. How do you make decisions? Is it from naluri, orang kata instinct, or is it like just business?
Yeah, as an engineer, you weight it. If you got 90%, you're confident that it can go, you go. Along the way, you correct it.
Correct it?
Yeah, because as an engineer, you have 10% leaves.
See the engineer's way of talking
I mean,
and
the thing,
thinking
he's-
right there?
Yeah, and the one thing I would say is
Wow.
that he has a lot of guts.
That,
This is the key.
the
I'll be
risk
very
thing.
honest. For me, it's like, if you're going to go, you go all the way. And that's what he does.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why this is here. So for me and for us as a business, we're like, hell, let's go.
he went all the way. He
That's the
took
point.
it all the way to the
100%.
Oscars.
So
and
you want
he's-
that.
And we're looking at theme parks and whatnot. Okay, let's bring it back a little bit more. Before we get there, that's towards the end. Let's talk about Upin Ipin Universe that's going to be available on all these platforms. Let's delve into the game a bit, okay? So I'm 6 years old, okay? I go in there, I can choose multiplayer. Let's say I just want to play with the AI aspect of choice selection, okay? So who do I meet in the game? Do I choose to be Upin Ipin or can I choose to be Tok Dalang? Can I be Kak Ros? How does it work?
You're always playing from the perspective of the twins.
Okay.
So, right. So you're choosing them, you're playing it, and the world is told from their perspective to them, right? So the player goes, controls Upin and Ipin. If you're by yourself, the AI will control, and you'll go around and be who you want to be and interact with all the elements in the universe. Now, what we call NPCs, are non-playable characters.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, Kakros, you have Opa. They will give you missions. They'll assign you things to do, right?
They'll talk to you.
They'll talk to you. And,
Okay.
you know, you can go and do things with
For
them on
them.
their arc for them, or you can go just play the mini games.
Can I be Tok Dalang or is he a non-player?
No, you can't play. You
But
can't.
he can tell me what to do.
Yes, he'll
Like,
he'll
wants
assign
me
things to you.
We
Pergi
give like-
memancing tu.
Instruction only.
Exactly.
Oh, cool.
Instructions.
So far.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, you know.
What? Coming soon.
You know, step
Upin
by step
Ipin
lah.
Galaxy. Step by step.
Step
But
by step,
I know, Haji, and the way you guys are talking, this is not step by step. Okay, it's going to be like step by leap. Okay, coming
probably,
soon.
yeah.
What's your favorite part of the game, Haji?
I don't know.
Favorite part that you've seen so far that you like?
I don't play
me
the
best.
game.
Okay, but your favorite character, if you were going to play, what are you looking forward to besides yourself?
Yeah, because Upin Ipin is the game of Upin Ipin. I think the main character is Upin Ipin.
Yeah.
Not the others.
What are you looking forward to in terms of sambutan, people's response? What do you want to see happen?
Yeah, I want to see is a big game.
Of course lah, Haji. I mean, that's a business perspective. But for you, okay, as Tok Dalang, what is your dream for Upin Ipin universe?
Yeah, I just want to show the industry.
Yeah.
You can't just depend on box office.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You get to
Okay.
show that there are other ways
Yeah.
of generating big income. What we are looking, not something like box office collection. We are looking into beyond it. How we sell Malaysian to the world.
yeah.
How is anybody else going to do this though, Haji?
That's why we partner
done
with
it.
him. We
Yeah, but-
sell it to the world. So, you must be very proud if you go to New York and you see the children are playing Upin Ipin game.
I want to see them on Times Square.
Yeah.
So I think the
Are
thing
we
is,
gonna
that,
see
yeah.
that
Well,
happening?
I mean, so I think that we have a high possibility to not only show it in New York, but show it to the world, because in the end, you have to see the vision. So what you're saying, and you're asking the question to Haji, what he's saying is basically he wants to take the local story global, and that's happening now.
It is.
But it's a vision. And so really what he's showing is a blueprint to how others can look at it and follow the same. But there is one thing that is deceptively difficult about
That's
this.
exactly what I was.
The commitment. You have to have commitment. You have to have
Risk-taking
guts.
commitment,
100%.
guts. Instinct.
Yes.
Business-minded, engineer
100%.
sort of practicality
100%.
to it. Right time, right place. A team that is very loyal.
Yeah. And you have to be willing to try.
To do it like Upin Ipin, you have to build the fans.
Yeah.
So,
Which you have though.
Yeah.
yeah, we are
100%.
talking about 13 billion views
Yeah.
on YouTube.
13 billion.
13 billion
crazy.
views on
It
YouTube.
broke the records. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you have big fans,
Yeah.
you can do something like this.
I mean, their social media is 66 million.
Yeah, they're more popular than I
insane.
am. It's quite
Me too. Don't worry about it. I have like 5 people.
That's why in
I will
20,
be there. Watch me.
that's why it's hit the level that we're confident we can go into it.
Yeah.
Because the investment to do it is very, very high. And it's come from our own money.
Yeah.
So how, with this blueprint that you're leaving, Haji Burhanuddin, I mean, you are leaving a legacy, basically, in many, many years to come, where, you know, your family are going to take over, etc. I mean, this is how life is, right? How is anybody else going to replicate, as Malaysians, what you've done to succeed like this? Orang banyak buat filem, boleh je copy paste. Tapi to make a LEPAK it's I don't even see how it's going to happen.
I don't know. You try,
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
The evil laugh came out tu.
100%. But it's true.
Nampak?
You try.
You try.
You try. And then you try again.
But why don't you try kan?
Well,
Sebenarnya itu
yeah.
dia kan.
There you go.
I'm not stopping people from making another game. Do it if you have the money.
But everything that we've mentioned.
Well, but I mean, and this is how he's saying it is why I love working with him.
Straight
It's
out there.
straightforward. It's like, it's not, there's no science. It's just fact.
It's fact.
Do
yeah.
it. And then you try, and then sometimes not.
What's your favorite part of the game, Alex? Your ultimate favorite. What do people out there, let's say, who are familiar with open world gaming, what should they look forward to? What's the uniqueness?
It's the details. So I've been very fortunate that I get to sit down and watch people's first reaction playing.
Okay.
And when we sit down with people from Malaysia,
Yeah.
start playing, like, and it doesn't matter if they're from the city or from the kampong, when they sit down and they see the kids and they see the details in the game, they get the tears in their eyes, then it's like, here you go.
Very excited.
I love watching the emotion because you see they're like, I grew up this way. This is my grandma. This is my uncle. Like, you feel their emotion and the pride that comes out of
I
them.
want to squeeze Rambo.
I tell you, yeah, everyone wants that.
I
Huh?
know.
Everybody.
That's how we started the Copaque, the story of Upin Ipin. How do I catch the folks, the parent to watch it? Because what we are producing is the program of Upin Ipin is intended for the children, but loved by the parents.
Yeah. And trusted by the parents.
Yeah. Not only entrusted, they love the story.
Yeah.
When we started, we say we must inject nostalgic story.
It's so nostalgic. Haji.
Yeah. One of the things is about there's an old game you play with spider.
Oh, yes.
Our first, the early one, they play with spiders.
Yes.
And then the children never seen that. So they ask their father, is it true that you play spider when you're small? The father said, yes. I went to find a leaf.
Yeah.
And underneath they got spider, put in the matchbox, bring to school and fight.
And then watch it. Yeah.
And then the father will ask, where you watch it? Upin Ipin.
Yeah.
For all you know, tomorrow, the father sitting in front of the TV to watch Upin Ipin.
Now the father is going to be playing Upin Ipin
Yeah.
universe.
There you go.
The game.
Not just the father,
Yeah.
the whole
The whole
family.
family.
Can. Okay, is it going to be available on mobile? Is that
Not yet.
Okay,
Not
wait.
yet.
Together jawab tu.
Yeah.
Not yet. No.
Okay, why? Can I just understand?
This is a premium product.
Understand? Okay, there you go.
Start off on the best and go
So
from
why
there.
would you want to go to a smaller screen? What about merchandise and theme park? What's next for Upin Ipin Universe? Are you going to base the theme park? Is there going to be elements of the game in the theme park? Can we go play the game in the theme park?
Obviously.
Ah, yes.
And the merchandise for the game, will come out.
Yeah.
We are planning it.
It's going to be fun.
It's
It's going to be fun. I mean,
I love
like,
how you tell me nothing, but you're telling me. It's
telling
going to be
everything.
fun, but I'm not telling you the
all I'm going to
details.
say is that you're going to love every minute of it.
What does that mean? What's minute? Why is there a time element to it?
Well, because like, like everything in life takes time.
Ah.
Especially the good stuff.
There we
go. You
Okay,
know.
so expected merchandise to look out for. I mean, like,
Yeah, it's coming. There's
coming.
a lot coming.
We are planning on
Yeah,
it.
100%. And I think the thing is like everyone should just be super excited and super proud that your home is going to the world. That's really, if there was only thing I would say is that you are literally taking your culture worldwide.
your culture.
Your
to,
culture is going to the world.
What does this game mean to Malaysia? Haji?
Yeah, of course, we're going to show to the government there's different ways to bring the foreign exchange. Yeah. Not only just selling goods. This is another way to do it.
Kelapa sawit also in the series. Is there kelapa sawit involvement in the game? Palm oil. Do you have any?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Coming soon.
No, I would say it like this way. It's like this, like, what Haji said I think is very interesting is that it's not just food, it's just not nature. It's your art, it's your manners, your way of being, it's your games, it's your people. It's the software, not just the hardware. That's really what basically will bring people here. And you find a home.
And this game,
which is what you've done.
That's exactly what I did.
this game can be expanded into so many business.
Okay, so tell us a bit about that, about the future. Where do you see Upin Ipin Universe business going? What's next?
Yeah, if we hit, then the second version, there's a lot of things we can add into it. Sponsorship, branding.
I love how like none of the secrets are being exposed at all in this conversation, but there's so much excitement. Boleh rasa dia dekat bawah surface level ni. And I tanya soalan, I dapat satu jawapan je. I get one answer je. What's coming soon? A lot. Is the merchandise coming? Yes. But okay, what can you share for the lovers of Upin Ipin out there? Are we looking at a further expansion with the IP? Is Putri going to make an appearance again? Are we going to have...
Not yet.
Not yet. See, look, now I'm getting two word answers.
Yeah, because Upin Ipin itself, there's a lot
Is
to
enough?
explore.
Is enough,
It's
actually.
a lot to explore. We don't have to bring Putri, princess.
I disagree. I think Putri
At the
has a
moment.
place in there.
At the moment, if we expand,
Did you
there's
see
a
that?
lot of
I did. Yeah.
a lot of things within Upin Ipin, because Upin Ipin by now we have 1,000 episodes
Yeah.
with so many genres. So we can explore that.
Yeah.
Without adding
anyone else in there.
Anyone else.
Any other parts, any other extra.
And probably we'll make another game, Putri.
That's what I mean. Exactly. Haji.
It goes into different.
Yes.
It's not Upin Ipin. It probably because Putri is about fighting, all that.
Yes. This is an open world game. Can you explain that a little bit for the people who are joining us, Alex? What does that mean? So you're immersed.
Yeah, so you're immersed. So effectively we have the entire compound where you can explore. You can go anywhere you want.
Okay.
And you play with the boys. You can go down to the houses. You can go into the rivers that are there. You can go fishing. So basically, for those who play games and who've been there, open world is one of the most popular game forms now because it allows the player to choose self-direction, to go be an explorer, to go play the missions, to go play the narratives. But at the same time, it's all choice. So you're effectively
empowered.
Yeah, empowered, and you're living your decisions, which is exactly like if you think about when you're a kid, kids make up a world in their mind and they play with things. Open world becomes a sandbox where you have many toys to play with, but then your imagination does everything and it's your choice.
You put it together.
100%.
Okay, so Tuan Haji, you often talk in a lot of the interviews with you about jati diri, about identity, and making sure that what we present to the world is Malaysian. Yeah. It's ours. Are you happy with what has been created with Upin Ipin Universe?
No, of course.
How do you feel about it?
I told you when I came back from Cannes in 2006, 2007, basically the people in MDEC is telling me, if you want to be successful in animation, you have to make a product for the European and American market.
So European and American specifically?
I said no, because animation is about little detail. So how can you ask my animator who come from Kelantan, never go out from Malaysia, to make what the Mak Saleh are doing? And the children in Europe are not the same with children in Malaysia.
So how are we going to get the children overseas in all the other markets that you mentioned, even though they're similar to us, to understand apa tu sebenarnya batu seremban? What is our local culture? How do you foresee this?
Yeah, they will see all
familiar.
The thing they play are new thing. And Upin Ipin Universe, most of the game they are playing is outdoor.
Yeah, I love
and I think
that.
this is
from
extremely
what I saw
important.
in the trailer.
Yeah, so it's when we show it to people overseas, they default to family values.
Yep.
They default to it's a game about playing outside with your brother.
Right.
They default to a moment in time where there's no technology interfering in your life. And this is one of the biggest things that when we saw kids, we took it to Brazil, and the Brazilians are like, this is my home. When my mom saw it, she thought it was Nicaragua.
I can imagine.
So it responds to people's most inner desire of who they are. This is my life when I was a child. This is something that I want to do now.
Yes.
Right? They want to connect.
Yeah.
And that's what these boys are doing. And that's something where when you get down to the essence of Malaysia and you get to what it means to just be with somebody, it's the most primal thing. Let's go outside.
Okay, tell us the educational aspect of things, because banyak games sekarang dia tak ada educational aspect whatsoever. It's just like either you're playing and jadi macam zombie, and that's it, or so tell us a little bit about that aspect.
So when you look at the games, the way the mini games work, I love this because we were mini games.
Okay,
so there's mini games. So there's a cooking mini game.
Apa tu?
Where you help prepare different dishes.
I need to play that game to learn how to cook.
I think everyone needs to learn to play that game too. I learn how to make it, right? So you have to get the ingredients. And then you help the adults.
But the
adults,
is there sambal in there?
There is sambal. Actually, there is. There's that, and there's also fried chicken. We have lemang. You make nasi lemak. You make all types of dishes, right?
So cool.
So you're teaching the kids how the dishes are made, but then the adults do anything that's dangerous. The adults do.
So like
but
the
you help, like cutting, frying. That the parents do.
Okay.
But what's great is that you teach the kids to help. You teach them how to identify the ingredients. You then teach them things like, how do you plant? There's a farming part.
Okay, this is so random. They're going to plant
you're going to plant seeds and you're going to grow chilies. And then you get the chilies and then you put it in the food. So you get the entire ecosystem of from planting to growing to harvesting to cooking to helping your parents and your family.
Feed.
Exactly.
So
then you
it's
go fishing
life.
As well. Effectively, yes.
It's a life,
it's real.
actually.
Like one of the mini games is Tok Dalang want to do barbecue.
Okay.
And they have to catch the fish.
Yes.
certain kind of fish.
Yes.
And then they have to find the baits.
Yeah, you have to do the bait.
The insect.
Yeah, exactly.
They have to find the bait, the cacing to catch the fish.
100%. Yeah. It's so much fun because you go out into the grass and use a net and you go and catch the insects to get the bait, to then go fishing, to get the fish, to then make the recipe.
All the gameplay, the children can relate to Upin Ipin series.
100%. Yes.
Tell us about the subtitles and the day and night transitions and the weather and things like that in the game. Because I look forward to those things in games.
Yeah, so when we do the attention to detail, the way Upin and Ipin basically wake up in the morning, they go out on their adventures, they do their missions, they play, and then the night, which basically the kids go home and they go to sleep. So basically there are these reinforcements of behavior that in the end of the day, what I love about it, and especially as a parent, it reinforces what I teach my kids too. Okay. And that is effectively what ends up happening. So your day and night cycles, your rain,
structure,
the beautiful
and schedule.
100%. And even taking off your shoes to go inside.
They take off their shoes. Buka kasut ya bila masuk.
I don't know.
I don't know, Haji.
They do. I'll tell you.
Okay, Alex is going to tell us. They take off.
I know.
So all
they the little micro details. They take them off and they go inside. And this is what, when I saw,
so
I will never forget this. I was with some government officials and they saw that and they kept saying, like, I can't believe you did that. Because this is that is the authenticity, the detail. And that came from the people who made it because they are it.
They are it.
They are it. So and that's the part where you get excited. You're like, yeah. Or like when my daughter saw lamang, she grew up here. So when she saw them cooking it and doing it, she was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, there you go. Little things that matter.
But no, I bring it back to what you just mentioned, Alex, which is about structure and schedule. Yeah. So this is something that our children are missing now. Yeah. The structure. There's no schedule in life.
There's nothing.
But I love the way this game brings us back to that healthy, functional family way of existing.
Discipline.
At the outdoor, get a bit of sun, play, and whatnot. And that's something that's missing in the current games. You know, if we look at the games that are out there right now, even I'm concerned for my daughter because they're not learning anything. It's quite scary. Yeah. And I'm so happy that you've come up with something that is safe, Haji, and something that we love already. Okay, so let's bring it back together and close it with some words of what you yourself personally are looking forward to, Haji. Obviously, the launch is coming. We know the platforms it's available on. We know what to look forward to. Unreal 5. I know nothing about games, but I know that this is a big deal.
I mean, it's the state-of-the-art engine technology that powers 98% of video games in the world.
It was a very expensive game to develop, but it's worth it, Haji.
Yeah, I think it's a worth.
It's groundbreaking. The IP is taken to another level. Yeah. We're going into merch. We're going to go into, my goodness, we're going to go into theme parks. It's hopefully unreal how big. Yeah. So congratulations.
That's what I said in the beginning when I started. I told Arwah Paklah, I'm going to be the next Disney of Asia.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
This is true. That's how this is when people ask me about them, that's exactly what I say. And it's because in the end of the day, you have to have the guts and the vision, the execution. Yeah. But the one thing for sure, and this is something that I think with Upin Ipin, they basically will set the tone for the global South on what taking a local story global looks like and what does it mean that you can do it. That you can do it if you're committed to make it happen.
I'm so happy to even be part of this podcast now. You know why? Because I feel like I can feel your excitement. I'm proud being a Malaysian. I'm so invested in it. I belum main lagi game tu pun. I haven't even played it. And I'm already, as a parent, invested in it. I trust the brand. Yeah. I'm so excited about where it's going to go.
Bring your kids, come play.
I've only got one child, Alex.
Bring them one. Bring your kid.
Just one for now. But
I'm Latino, it happens.
You're Latino. There should be 9 of them.
Thank God there's 3.
We have tested it. I think
with children.
With children, yes.
Closing on that.
Please, 100%. They influenced it. So here's the thing: is that we didn't make a game as adults trying to think as kids. We made a game with kids. So the kids came and tested it. It was fantastic.
What did they do?
They basically gave us their feedback and we studied them. We watched them. This is the thing, is in the end of the day, it's like, I think we got to remember, it's like our audience are kids and families. So it's like, what better way than people who have them? and people who basically have children come and play.
Did they tell you on the spot? Did they say, I don't like this, or this is hard?
Kids
or,
are great. They tell you exactly, like, this sucks.
This sucks, this is good.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, they do.
And then you adapted it. And
100%. 100%.
And now they're happy.
Yeah, they're happy. And you know what?
You asked him, he went to Sao Paulo.
Yeah, I was in Sao Paulo. I was in Rio. So I was able to take the game to Latin America. So I was in Sao Paulo showing the game. People loved it. They loved it in Rio. I was just in Los Angeles showing the game. They loved it in LA.
What did they say in LA?
I mean, in LA, that was incredible. Well, no, actually, they're not. So here's the thing. They're not. Huh? So here's the thing. You would be surprised at how much, in the end of the day, that, you know, America can be whatever America needs to be at times.
We see on TV.
It can be. Yeah. But there is real people. And in the end of the day, the discipline, the structure, the family, everyone still goes back to that because they know that's what matters. And so when I would show the game, I got two responses. One was, that's how I grew up. Or two, I can finally play this with my kids. So when I heard that, and that happened multiple times, like, this is it. This is it.
Formula. It's a winning formula.
Yeah, from what we hear from Alex, which continent? South America?
Yes.
In America, they get the same response.
100%.
That's why I'm confident they'll be hit. I think last week we were in Osaka.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we went to Osaka. And then my team went around and see the Japanese and show the trailer.
Yeah.
They love it.
That's pretty cool kids, like very funny.
ね、面白そう普通に。確かに。二人で協力する感じ。かわいい。They have cooking.
これ二人用ゲームとかちゃうな。
Yeah, it's cool.
めっちゃ早いやん。早い。
これライフ系かな、ライフ。やりたい。
キュー。連打とか。お父さんかおじいちゃんが。
Nice to play with the kids.
Okay. 面白そうかもなんか普通に。
めっちゃ課金要素ありそう。
あ、かわいい。
I like the colors. It's very good actually.
欲しい。
待って、ニンテンドースイナイス。
カミングスーン。
そう。先にお人形さんであったんで、小さくてめっちゃ可愛かったです。まずキャラクターが。あ、買ってみますよ。It's cute. I like it. I like it. It's cute. No, it's cute. Actually cute. Personally, I like to play games. Natutuwa ako kasi childhood ko yun eh. And nakakapagod na ngayon. And then there's the Switch 2 coming in. And then new game. I like cooking and ang dami nilang parang category na games. It's really nice to see something new na childhood ko. Kasi hindi lahat ng napapanood ko nung bata ko is nagiging game sila. はい。先にお人形さんであったんで、小さくてめっちゃ可愛かったです。まずキャラクターが。あ、買ってみますよ。
It actually looks like a really cool game, in my opinion. Looks very fun for like 2 people and 2 friends.
I think it kind of reminds me of like It Takes Two, kind of. But I think it has a nice element of mini games, yet still living in an open world. You can still feel directed, but you can do whatever you want, which I really like.
Pretty fun game for them. I think the graphics are really cute and they're fun. So I think that they'd like it.
可愛かったからやってみたいと思いました。で、なんかレースとかコマとかもできてすごい面白そうでした。
It seems very nice. Lot of little games inside.
I appreciate the different mini games. It's cool.
Yes, well, I really like the colors, the kids, and like how it looks like the culture thing as well. I am from South America. I'm from Colombia, so we don't see those things over there, like the rice fields, the kids playing those things. It was pretty good. I really like it, and pretty fun. It looks pretty fun as well. Yeah.
はい、任天堂とかしてます。来月思い出したらママにおねだりします。ウピンユピンユニバース。ウピンイピンユニバース。ウピンイピンユニバース。ウピンイピンユニバース。ウピンイピンユニバース。
It's the family values.
100%.
It's the groundedness. It's the adab. It's the
Yeah.
And you know what? I think there's a third there. Just to close our conversation off today. You know, you're talking about one was saying this is how I grew up. Second was I could finally play with my kids. And you know what the third one is that I've realized from talking to you guys today? Something that's missing in our society. This is how I wish it was.
Oh yeah, big time, big time, big time.
This is how I wish it was. Because everybody wishes that they had that connection to the family, that they had a society where there's a community feeling, where they were able to go outside every day and play, because we're all human beings at the end of the day. And congratulations, Haji, and to the team. You guys have done fabulous. I'm excited. July the 4th. Hurry up and get here already. Get your wish list. Get your pre-orders in there. I don't know if you want to talk about the price, Haji, just to promote it. Are we okay to do that, team? Everyone else behind the camera, okay?
We haven't announced it yet. We'll do an announcement about that.
That's
not
cool.
yet. Not yet.
So
How much? We haven't
Not
picked
yet.
the price. I want to see how much I can get.
You know what's
It will
cool
be
with Haji?
affordable.
You know, you get what you get. There's no like buy one extra for drama,
No.
dramatic drama coming. You just get what you get when you're with Haji and yourself, Alex. So, Alex, tell us a bit about the pre-order process, the wish list process. Is there a difference, and how can people do this?
Yeah, no problem. So pre-July 3rd, you can wish list on our website, upinipinuniverse.com. After the 3rd, you'll be able to wish list on the platform that you want to buy on. So the Steam store, the Nintendo Switch store, the PlayStation store, the Epic Games store. That's where you can do it after July 3rd.
So, like right now, get to the website lah.
Yeah, now
basically.
website Nala.
So if we look at the website right now, what information is expected on the website right now? By the time people see this, because we're recording this a bit early, which is how it is, are we going to have more details about the pricing, etc., available?
So pre-3rd, you'll see everything that has to do with the game, the platforms, what's coming.
Yeah.
After the 3rd, you'll see pricing, you'll see details of where to get things, and we'll have surprises for you.
See, I knew it. I knew there's some secret ni.
Hey lah, there's always secret.
Ada masing-masing macam tak nak reveal ni. Well, it is what it is, Sarimah. It's going to be revealed. Okay, tell us about Upin Ipin. Okay, where they live. Okay, Kampung Durian Runtuh. Yeah. This is the first time, Haji, kita dapat tengok dia punya map,
Yeah.
Of mana rumah diorang. This is a big deal sebab lepas ni tak boleh ubah dah. Benda tu dah solidified.
Yeah, that's how when we do Upin Ipin series, we already have the map. We design it.
But it's never been revealed.
We don't have to reveal it.
Now you're going to reveal it?
Yeah, now in the game, you can see actually where it is.
Yeah.
It's so cool. So we know who lives where.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to ask this. Okay, Haji, mana Saleh?
Saleh? Not in this game.
Why can't Saleh be in the game? Can't Saleh be like like a type of Easter egg, boiled egg? So like kalau kita buat benda ni, dia pop up kat tepi,
We'll
lepas
see.
tu changes their clothes or something like that.
If a lot of requests for Saleh.
I think there is. Come on. He's a person and he is who he is. I believe in Saleh. Okay?
You may like it, but other people don't like it.
Since when, Haji, do you follow what people like only? Again, I know you go in your own way, in your own path, but yeah. So okay, so we know where it's available to get the wish list done, the pre-orders. So there's a difference in the dates and where it's available. We've got the website, we know about the map. So there you go.
So we are doing the launching on the 4th of July.
4th of July, but something's happening on the 3rd again. So you're not going to be here for the big launch. How do you feel about that?
You know what? The thing is like this, like life is funny. But I think what we get to do is we get to expose it to the world and Malaysia at the same time.
I'm not going to be here, but I'm going to be watching it from where I am. It's so exciting. I'm going to be somewhere. I put it a secret.
Okay, secret. Okay, never mind.
Not so secretive. I'll be playing the game secretly wherever I am. Trust me. Yeah, I cannot. No, I dah pre-order dah lepas ni. Habis dah record, I'm out there recording. I'm out there pre-ordering it already. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to all the viewers who joined us today. Wherever you may be right now, you need to get the pre-orders in. You need to put it on your wish list. You need to go to the website. And if you happen to be watching this after the launch on the 4th of July, well, then you know you got to go to the website. Or you can go order it on the actual platform that Upin Ipin, the universe, is available. I've learned so much today with these high creatives. Haji Burhanuddin, of course, from LEPAK, and of course, Mr. Alexander Fernandez from Streamline. I wish you all the best. It's been enlightening. I'm so excited. I've got my phone here now. I want to pre-order right now for my daughter. I feel safe to do this. I'm excited to see the map of Upin Ipin's Kampung Durian Runtuh. I want to understand who lives where. I want to play the game. I want to jump in and go over the hills. I want to chase after Rainbow. And I want it to be the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Or be the way that we wish it could be. And with that, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alex, thank you, Haji, for being with us. Thank you. See you again next time on LEPAK, LEPAK.